wanted to talk to you guys about why you should be running your ads to a landing page and not to your website, and what the difference is between the two. So if you're looking for someone to take a next step or an action from your marketing, the best course of action is to send them over to a landing page. And the difference between a landing page and a website is the amount of content on the page itself. So with a landing page, you're essentially going to have a one-page website that's going to have a very easy place for them to take the next step, right? So for instance, should immediately have a call button, should have the number clearly displayed at the top, should be very easy for them to submit a form on that page, right front center, and possibly a few other times inside of that page. And then other than that, you really don't want to add too much information other than what's needed, right? So an introduction of your business, reviews we like to add in there for the social proof, but you don't want to have too much information there because the people who are coming to this landing page, they have the highest level of intent, right? So they're ready to take action or to take the next step. You just need to take one more action to get them there, which is essentially give them what they need and only what they need to call, book into your calendar, or fill out the form, all right? And the difference between utilizing this and, let's say, a website when it comes to marketing is that you run the risk of, if you drive that traffic to your website, run the risk of them over-consuming information and then no longer taking the next step. So for instance, if your website has been built out properly, you should have multiple pages, you should have a certain level of content for the backend for SEO purposes, right? And with that, you don't want to drive someone who's ready to take action right now to that page and pay for it, because you do not want to run the risk of them consuming the content and not taking the next step, all right? So with website, you want to have that content because it's going to help you rank organically. So the content is useful and you want to have it on your website, but you don't necessarily want to use that website for your marketing because then you run the risk of them over-consuming and not taking the next step, all right? So if you're looking at kind of what the difference is in a nutshell between the two, one is just a lot more simplified with a lot less information. It essentially has the basics, the essentials that they need to understand and know, has the phone number, has an easy way for them to fill out a form or book into your calendar, has the reviews. I like to include that because it has the social proof, and most people are going to look for that anyway. So it's nice to just have it in one place. And that's about it. You don't really want to have all the other pages and information that you do on the website. And the reason being, once again, is because they're ready to take action and take the next step, and you paid for them to get to this point. So you want to do everything in your power to essentially take that person who paid to get here and take them to the next and final step, which will be you getting in front of them for on-site estimate, or at least taking the phone call, right? Whether they call you or book into a calendar or fill out the form. So understanding the differences between the two is key, because if you're watching this right now and you've been running to your website, chances are you've probably been losing a lot of people along the way, depending on how many pages you have on your website and how much content, because they may actually be over-consuming the content instead of taking the next simplified step. So I hope that helps for you guys. If you ever have any questions on the differences between landing page and website and which one is more effective for which, feel free to reach out, and hope this helped you guys. Have a great day.